Let's turn it on.
Shabbat, Shabbat, there we go. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is so nice to be together on this Shabbat. Hopefully many of you came for the barbecue. Thank you to our wonderful men's group and other volunteers, so that your tummies are full, and we now have an an opportunity to fill our spirit. We live in a complicated time, and Judaism seeks to bring order to chaos, be light, like tohu vavohu, shine that existed in the world. And so we come here for Shabbat, but we have a order to the world. My name is Rabbi Zach Shapiro. I'm here with Cantor Lonnie Freilich. We welcome you. We welcome each other. We haven't been here together in a while. We've been on staggered time away, and it's really good to be back. Cantor, I don't know about you, but so often when I'm on vacation, I wherever I am. And last Friday, Nantucket Island, where we have a family home. And what's nice about Nantucket is going back to the 80s when I was a teenager, I would lead services there on Friday evening. This small little community called Shirat Hayam. See how to kind of like Gilligan's Island, who came from all different parts of the world, but would come to this small little island congregation to have some Judaism. So we're going to begin our service and a service pamphlet, which, believe it or not, there is a reason for why it's paginated the way it is, but soon we're going to repaginate them anyway because it still is confusing. We're going to begin with a prayer, which is usually a prayer in a morning service. It's called Matovu. The reason we're offering it is because this prayer comes directly out of this week's Torah portion, when the sorcerer Balak is sent to curse the Jewish people, the Israelites, as they were crossing the desert. And like what goes on in society so often, there are many people in the world who are cursing us from a distance. But once they in their eyes, if they do, and see who we are, and listen to our stories, that intended curse becomes a blessing. And that's what happened in the Torah portion. Rather than cursing our people, he said, Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel.
Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha
Let there be light, God said. Let there be light. Even as we enter this time of year, as the days are getting shorter, even more so, we bring light. And so I can't think of a more appropriate family to invite forward to harness this light than the Samanas family, led by Gabby, who is going to be in our 11th grade, and her parents, Alex and Lisa. We are in our pamphlets, again, in the middle of the first page.
Do you want to do the honors?
Sure.
Did you? Is there a magic button?
The green one?
Use the match.
I'm
Okay,
pressing
hang
the
on.
green one.
Oh.
Okay.
Eternal
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We're going to invite for all who are able to please rise for our Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom tehila lemikrae kodesh zecher siyat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon yinchalta Baruch Kodesh HaShabbat. Amen.
L'chaim. Please be seated, everyone. Thank you all so much.
Oh, it isn't.
You may have to look at this, but you'll find it. We have the prayer L'chadodi, and this is the enthusiastic prayer of welcoming Shabbat, of bringing to our. When we get to the final verse, it's customary to face. I understand that in this space there's two entrances, there's here and there's. So face whichever way you came in, because that is the way the Sabbath bride will come in as well.
Chadodi likrat likala pene pene Shabbat nekabela lecha lechadodi likrat likrakala pene pene Shabbat nekabela la la lecha lechadodi likrat likrakala pene pene Shabbat nekabela lecha lechadodi likrat likrakala pene pene Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor beribor echad Hishmi'anu el ha'meuchad Adonai shemo l'shemo tiferet l'tila la 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 choti ligrad likakala pnei pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha lecha dodi ligrad likakala pnei pnei Shabbat nekabela la la lecha lecha dodi ligrad likakala pnei pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha lecha dodi ligrad likakala pnei pnei Shabbat nekabela. We rise and face whichever entrance you came from. Materet bala, gam besimcha uvetzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala, lecha lecha dodi, lika likala, pnei pnei Shabbat nekabela. Pnei pnei Shabbat nekabela la la lecha lecha dodi ligrad likakala Shabbat nekabela lecha lecha dodi ligrad likakala pnei pnei Shabbat nekabela.
Please remain standing, everyone. We're going to continue the Chatzi. We're going to continue with the Baruch Hu. We actually do face east in this direction. Let's face forward once again, but remain standing. Shema Yisrael is the central prayer. It's the first children usually in Judaism. And it's a reminder not only of the unity of God, but the unity of our people. That regardless of where we live or what our theology often is, or how our religious practice might look, we're descendants of Jacob. We are one people. And that's what we mean when we say Echad at the end of the Shema. It's a reminder that we are Am Echad Panim Rabot, one people with many faces.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu. Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu. Adonai Echad. Shem Vod Malchuto Le'olam Vaden. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaden. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu. Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu. Adonai Echad. Please join me in chanting the Ve'ahavta at the bottom of page 2. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha V'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'techa, uvlechtecha v'derech, uvshochbecha uvekumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein ein uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim ani Elohei asher hosei me'eretz chaim Yod lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Our next prayer can be found on page 3, and this is the Micha Mocha. It is our prayer of redemption, our prayer of freedom. When the Israelites were escaping out of Egypt, they crossed the Sea of Reeds, and they realized that they were free for the first time in hundreds of years, and they celebrated with the singing of Micha Mocha, Who is like you, O God? I wanted to honor a cantor that passed away somewhat recently with the singing of his particular version. It's really a version that we sing oftentimes in the preschool, almost every week in our preschool. We call it the Yabba Bim Bim Bom version. And this was written by a man named Cantor Richard Silverman, who was a good friend of my father's for many years, wonderful composer, wonderful man, and I wanted to honor him and his passing with the singing of this evening.
This version, snapping everyone.
Yes. Some snapping and some finger movement too.
And eventually clapping. And if we have anyone in our preschool or recently in our preschool who wants to come forward and help us lead this, we would love that.
Ya bye bye bim bidi bum, ya bye 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 bim bum, ya bye bye bim bidi bum, ya bye 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 bim bum, ay 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 ay, ya bye 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 bim bum, ay 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 ay, ya bye 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 bim bum. Mi chamocha ba'lim Adonai, mi chamocha. Ya bye bye bim bidi bum, ya bye 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 bim bum, ya bye bye bim bidi bum, ya bye 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 bim bum, ay 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 ay, ya bye 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 bim he also wrote the Tree of Life. It is a tree of life. So a lot of the songs that we have sung at Temple Akiba throughout the years are attributed to him.
We come to the Amidah section of our service. These are the prayers that connect us to our ancestry. It's on page 4, the center column there. We invite all who are able to rise once again as we face east.
Adonai sefatai tivta ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Yonei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Ahavot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem, Lemo Be'aha, Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah, atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol lehoshia, Mechal chaim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofei cholim, Atir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit, Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lechayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el hakadosh.
Friends, we continue with our own private prayers. There are themes on the top of page, toward the middle of actually of page 5 that you might reflect on. And when you're finished with your own prayers, you may be
Towards the bottom of page 5, you'll find Shalom Rav in the transliteration right above the Mishaberach. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Let's try that again. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim השלום, כי אותו הוא מלך אדון, לכל השלום, שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך, שלום רב על ישראל תשים לעולם, שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Growing up in the Boston area, I had opportunity quite a few times to visit Newport, Rhode Island. And one of the landmarks of Newport is a Jewish landmark, and that is Toro Synagogue. Has anyone here been to Toro? It's one of the oldest, not the oldest actually, but one of the oldest congregations in the Western world, in North America. And one of the reasons why it is so famous is because of a correspondence that happened at the birth of our nation, when George Washington sent a letter to the president and the leadership of the community when of religious freedom came up and the of Jewish self-determination was at question. One of the hallmarks of Judaism in America is that we were never emancipated. We were always free. We were never given that freedom at a later date, and that's been very important to us. And part of that importance came from the correspondence of George Washington. He wrote, as we, the invaluable rights of free citizens, we now, gratitude, disposer of all events, behold a government, majesty of the people, a government which to bigotry gives no sanction, but generously giving to all liberty of conscience and immunities of citizenship. This line here has been so famous, and I hope all take it to heart. The line that says, which to bigotry gives no sanction, to persecution no assistance. That is the kind of voice, the kind of leadership, the kind of assurance that is so very much needed in our day by our people. Now, I'd like to juxtapose this to something that unfolded in the past week, which everyone needs to be aware of. You see, the IRS now permits 501c3 nonprofits to endorse political candidates. This wasn't widely announced, but it kind of quietly unfolded. Let me say that again. The IRS now permits 501c3 nonprofits to endorse political candidates. I've been taught since the beginning of my rabbinate that you cannot endorse a candidate. One, because you'll piss off half the population, excuse my French, but the other because it's illegal. We'll lose our nonprofit status. So now the IRS is permitting it. I want you to hear me clearly on this. While there may be permission, Temple Akiba will not be engaging in this. We cannot and will not become a political voice for any candidate. While we may pursue the principles of our people, and while we may truth in the face of a complicated landscape, we will not get sucked into the vortex of becoming a partisan organization. You hear that from me, and this is from all of our leadership. Will there be candidates? Yes. Hard to be transparent sometimes. As I always have, I will continue to consider value of vote and Jewish ethics. Imagine, just imagine, a non-profit endorsed a candidate. We would lose the independence and the vision of George Washington. And our central cause will give way to both bigotry and persecution. So again, there may be candidates that we don't like. There may be candidates that we do like. But we have to be very careful because we are Echad. We are one people with many faces. And we have a responsibility to shine light into the world. But we also have a responsibility to be a community with one big umbrella where we feel safe and secure. I'm going to close with words from Micah, who is the prophet for our Torah portion in the Haftarah today. And he shared some of the most valuable principles, one of the most valuable principles that we can imagine. So honored are his words that we have them in our tzedakah. We enter. Micah said, "It has been told you, O human beings, what is good, and what Adonai requires of you. Only this, to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." Dear friends, I ask that in the face of this complicated landscape that we're in, that we continue to do that regardless of what's going on, to continue to be just, to embrace mercy, and to walk with humility each and every day. Kehi Ratzon, may this be God's will. Together we say, Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Friends, the prophets like remind us that we have a responsibility sometimes different, but they remind us that we have an obligation to bring comfort to a world that needs healing. When the communities in Texas were erased in many ways by this horrible flood, all of us were affected. My heart immediately went to the families of the girls from this camp whose lives were overturned in just moments. It hit so close to home because I was a camper myself. Many of you were campers. Many of you have children who will be going to our camp. And to imagine and to think about the incredible loss in that camp as well as beyond the camp is so painful. We're going to offer a Misha Berach in a few moments, a prayer for healing. But I'm going to ask that you do more than offer this prayer. I'm going to ask that even on Shabbat, especially on Shabbat, you think deeply how you might financially help these communities through donations. And if you go to trusted websites like the Jewish Federation, there will be links to how to ensure that you're go to help these communities so that they can at least find a way to a path forward. The funds will not bring back a life that's lost, but it will help those who are hurting. And that is a positive mitzvah which all of us can engage in. And so for that community, those communities in Texas, as well as our community here, we offer the Misha Berach prayer. It's on page 5 toward the bottom. When we get to the center of the prayer, if there are people that you know who can use an extra embrace, please share those names out loud.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of us, the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Avotenu. Bless those of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And let us say Amen.
It's now our honor to call forward, representing the congregation, the Executive Vice President of Temple Akiva, Lisa Tsamanis. Lisa, Shabbat Shalom, and thanks for being here.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Rabbi and Cantor for a beautiful service tonight. Thank the Southern California weather for us to enjoy the weather. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to welcome everybody to Temple Akiba of Culver City. Is anyone here for the first time? Welcome. Welcome. We're so happy to have you here. Please come forward and introduce yourselves. We'd love to get to know you. We hope you'll come back again. Are we doing Oneg over here? Okay, so we'll have a chance to get to meet you guys at the Oneg afterwards. Please join. It says here I'm supposed to thank those who lit the candles and led the Kiddush. So that would be us. So thanks. You're welcome. And I want to thank the Sisterhood, Temple Akiva Sisterhood, for hosting tonight's Oneg Shabbat. I have a few announcements that I wanted to share with all of you. And if you want more information, there you can go online to the Temple's website or look in the e-news and you'll find more information and links for RSVPs. But coming up on Saturday, July 19th at 4:30 p.m., we'll be doing an open house in Havdalah for families with young children. We hope you'll come. And on Saturday, July 26th at 7 p.m., the men's group concert with Cindy Paley. This sounds really exciting. This is a special concert that will feature American to be had there. And to share Sunday, July is the summer party. The in the community to feel like campers again, and there's going to be a campfire, catered taco cart, classic rock and games, and this sounds interesting, a DIY drink bar inspired by the season. Come one, come all, and we hope to see you there. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much. Our concluding prayers begin with the Aleinu. We're on page 6. We invite the congregation to rise, facing east.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויים, לא שמנו את האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Everyone. I offer a poem that's found in our regular prayer books but is not in your pamphlets. There are stars up above so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. At this time, remember who have died from their eternal resting spaces. We begin with those for whom we are in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning, including Stephen Lehner, cousin of B. Fine, and tell me again, your Howard Helmer. May their memories be a blessing always. Is there anyone else who is observing Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning? So sorry. Rudy. Mark Boniek. We add to their names the yard sites, the anniversaries of the deaths that occur on this Shabbat, beginning with those who have plaques in our Urfrig Memorial Room within the Mendel Family Sanctuary. Esther Beshane, Reba Byrne, Rose Buzzy, Eric Fagan, Rose Geller, Jacob Hecht, Joyce Ranier, Ben S. Rapport, Cecilia Rothman, Fred Rothman, Morris Samuels. And we also remember Jack Altfest, Sheldon Burson, Manya Bachner, Manya Bubar, Esther Bubis, Eleanor Castleman, Doris Diamond, Esther Dubin, Ida Fine, my father-in-law, Levy Galperin, Faye Gordon, Sylvan Cluens, Ida Kraus, Molly Levine, Anne, Mary Miner, Doris Minker, Judith Namias, Doris Pastor, Stella Paver, Louis Pollock, Hesse Reinhardt, Adolfo Rosenberg, Dr. Sidney Rosen, Samuel Savatsky, Marjorie Serbin, Norma Scher, Beverly Schumann, Elliot Silverstein, Harry Silverman, Elliot Sturman, Edward Sylvan, Ruth Turley, Bernard Zucker. Are there additional yard sites those here are remembering? May their memories always guide us toward light. We ask that all who are able that you please rise for the mourner's Kaddish on page 6. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'yalmad divrach chorotei v'yamlich malchotei uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagalau v'yizman kariv imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Leolam U'Amei Omaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei D'Kudusha B'rechu Le'elam Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran B'yamad V'imru Amen. Shema Min Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma. Aleinu v'al v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens understand to one another. We create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say, Amen. Please be seated, everyone.
we're concluding with a song that is not in your books or your pamphlets, but it's called Tefillat HaDerech. And it's a blessing that wishes all of you well on your way when you leave the synagogue, and wishes you the best for this Shabbat and for this weekend. May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. Amen. May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every our blessing. Amen. Amen. This Amen. Amen. We are blessing. Amen.
And it moves across the way for Ona.
Motzi join in chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.